I'm so excited about the show today. It's something that's been very dear to my heart for the longest time. It's about happiness versus mediocrity, of living in an unhappy state. On my way over to do the show today, in front of a hotel, I saw a large sign saying, "Happy hour, 5 o'clock." What does that mean, happy hour at 5 o'clock? That means that between 5 and 7, everybody come here and drink alcohol, suppress your emotions by the alcohol, and you're going to get happy. We're going to get really happy, really inebriated here. But this is not my idea of happiness. I've been studying Buddhism for 15 years, and my idea of happiness is about relying on a happy mind. What is relying on a happy mind? Relying on a happy mind is no matter what is happening to me, good, bad, it's all the same. I'm in the eye of the storm. I'm watching everything around me as it moves around me. There's no good or bad. There's no judgment on it. So if I'm totally relying on happiness all the time, then I have so much freedom. When I walk the streets of Paris, New York, LA, San Francisco, I see a sea of people that, to say the best, they're just getting by. It's just moderate, it's just ho-hum. And then I see a lot of anger. And in that, I think the best gift that I could give people would be my smile. And when they see my smile, they actually search out my eyes to find that smile. And that's the biggest gift I can give to anybody of that day. So the idea is, and the question today is, what is happiness? Is that happiness a state of being that is maintained all the time, or is it just a moment in time? Is it fleeting, or can it be sustained all the time? And I am so happy to have as my guest today a beautiful young woman who I've seen for the last 10 years that I think is the epitome of what I think is happy. I have looked far and wide to find people to be on this show that I consider people that I would want to say, that is a happy person, or that is a person who's striving to be happy. And also an incredible young man, the son of Cafe Gratitude, Ryland, who is unbelievably exploding with happiness every time I see him.
Everything that is extraordinary. And in this moment, in every waking moment, as you spoke about that, being in the eye of the storm, the world, the circumstances, all life is going to life at us, and we are always at choice on how we respond to life. So happiness to me is in every moment seeing what's going out there in the external world.
I actually think that most people think not that they have not a choice. And actually in talking with them, I find that they think there is no choice. They're kind of in an automatic, robotic state of being, and they're saying, no, this is the way I should be, this is what's going on in society, this is the way it has to be. And I always have questioned that. So that is so apropos what you're saying there.
Yeah, I mean, this language has been used, and I'm not going to reinvent the wheel, but that life is truly an inside job, that fulfillment, the illusion or the thought that most people live inside of is that we need to go accomplish, we need to go conquer, we need to go obtain, we need to make all the circumstances right, and then we'll be happy. But I say, and the training and the life experience has taught me that whatever, it's a state of being that is created. Happiness is a creation that is created in this moment. Right now, I could have my attention, which is my worship power, my thoughts, my beliefs, my language, my actions, all those things could be devoted to the problems of the world, my some negative self-image that's come from my past, the suffering, the wars. I can give my attention to that, and that's valid because those things do exist. But am I empowered from that place? When I'm worshiping and giving my time and attention to the sadness, I then go to that experience of sadness and suffering.
Now, what about when the bad happens in your life? I mean, the shit hits the fan, bad happens to everybody. What happens to you?
There is an agreement, there's a universal agreement of good, bad, right, wrong. And because we are so invested, and that has been the way it has been for so long, even all the training that I've had, I still buy into it because it's a collective reality, and the opportunity is to how quickly you can catch yourself.
Yes.
You go, oh God, there's something going on. You contract, you get in your head, you get, and then you get to see yourself going there, and you get to see the experience. This morning I woke up, it's my day off, I was working, doing all different kinds of stuff. I was mildly suffering because I was resisting what I had committed to, which in turn, I was a victim to my circumstances, and in that I experienced some victimhood, some suffering, the lack of happiness, lack of joy. And then I saw that, and at Cafe Gratitude every day we have a clearing process that really brings us from the human experience that oftentimes our minds goes to, which is that of suffering, I'm not enough, I should be doing more with myself, my circumstances don't look good enough, and in that there's some lack of vitality, lack of joy. I didn't even know what this interview was really about, and I was not really powerfully choosing it. And now, in the moment when I actually took responsibility, wow, what an opportunity this is right now to offer this. In this moment, there is so much freedom, there's so much happiness because I'm powerfully choosing that this is the only thing to do. This is all that there is. This is where to give my attention. This is it, right here. And in that, I'm fully empowered, fully joyful, fully happy.
What a beautiful state to live in.
Yeah.
And so it sounds like you're very in the experiential of life, in the moment of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely beautiful.
When the shit hits the fan, we sometimes hit the fan with it, and we get to go, and then we get to suffer a little bit, and we get to get, this feels like suffering, and then we get to laugh at ourselves that we bought into the suffering story,
right.
And then we get to take responsibility that we chose to go there, we chose to buy into that,
right?
And then we get to dust ourselves off and shift our attention to that we were able to take a warm shower this morning, and that we do have a good meal every day, most of the time it's 3, and bring that attention back to what there is to be grateful for. Because no matter where you're living in the world, whether it's being a woman in India who is carrying her child on her hip while she's chipping rocks to make them gravel to make the roads, whether that's your life, or you live in Marin County and you're upset about your hair appointment got delayed, you get to shift your attention. That can be suffering, and that woman can look at her child's eyes, wipe off the dust off her brow, and be present to the miracle of life.